that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
See, so when you get in this whole armor of the Most High, you need to go ahead and get back in these laws, statutes, and commandments so you can know what the armor of the Most High is. Because I can say, hey, go get a sword. But if you don't know what a sword is, you might come back with a butter knife. But then we got our enemy at the door and we're going to try to protect our home with a butter knife? What sense does that make? You can't go and do the things that the Most High wants you to do if you don't know what they are. Go ahead and read, King.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
See, so right now he's telling you that it's high time to arise out of sleep. This is not the time to be trying to go sell a nickel bag. This ain't the time to try to smoke your life away. This ain't the time to be popping Molly, you know, strapping your collar and doing all these old ill and dumb things. No, this is high time to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because if you sitting here trying to be a part of the world, you'll get the judgments that the Most High got for this world. Read, King.
Salaki. For now it is salvation nearer than when we believe.
See, so our salvation is nearer than you believe. I know all the time, you know, people have heard, oh, the Most High is coming back, the Most High is coming back. And then people get lackadaisical within their walk, you know. Hey, we've even been seeing brothers that's been in the truth for years, you know, for some odd reason, decide that things that is the least of the commandments is expedient to do. And that's how the Most High do you. You know, the Most High will allow you to do the things of the lust and the desires of your heart. And then when the time comes for judgment, wonder why that brother is getting judged. Like, oh, that brother did so many works in the Most High name. No, he didn't. Because he didn't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. And those are the things that happen, that the Most High ordains that happen if you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You got any precepts, King?
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, so we being many are in one body in Christ, and every one member one of another, having then gift different according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the portion of faith.
See, so he's letting you know that the more you build up within this faith, the more you put that diligence, that due diligence into this law, statutes, and commandments, he's going to build you up. You may begin just being helped. You know, manning the camera, you know, setting up the board, carrying the equipment. Oh, but then you showed yourself approved of. So then next, okay, you might have a post. Then next thing you know, oh, the Most High see fit to give you more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. He may make you a teacher. But the thing of it is we all are not called to be teachers. We're not all called to be prophets. So in doing this, you have to have patience with the Most High. Because I know your heart may be to do one thing, but you have to have patience with the Most High and have trust that he's going to build you up to where your heart desires are and where he wants you at. Because sometimes we may desire to be one place, but the Most High has an understanding to put you somewhere else.
That's right.
So you got to know that the Most High ordains all of this.
That's
it's
right.
not of us and our strength, but it's the one who strengthens us and quickens us. So you just have to be ready and do diligence to do the work of the Most High when that time comes. You got a precept, King? Hey, bring him out, King.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt had lost its savior, wherewith shall it be salted?
See, so he's letting you know right there that, hey, when we follow the ways of the heathen, we lose our savior. Because if he's made us a special people, and we attach ourselves to a non-special people, what did that make you? A non-special person. So you got to come back to your law, statutes, and commandment, which made you a special person, and come back to the Most High. Read, King.
It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
See, so come back to your city that's on a hill so you can't be healed. Because if you show your light that the Most High have given you, you're going to bring the people back to where he wants you to bring them. But if you hide your light and go down into the valley where this sinful nation is, then your light's not going to be seen because you attach yourself to darkness. So he said light cannot be with darkness, can't dwell within darkness. So come from out of this darkness, O Israel city to be desired, and come back to your maker. Come back and do this work. Come back and bring our nation back to this greatness where the Most High brought us. Because if we don't, you're going to be destroyed with the heathen, and then you're going to sit there and just be nothing but a memory. You got a precept, King? Go ahead and bring it out.
The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
No, he's the God of everybody.
The Lord your God, and none else.
Read.
And my people shall never be ashamed.
See, because he's letting you know again. His people shall never be ashamed. That is a possessive pronoun. You know, everybody keep thinking, oh, well, we all can be saved. The Most High is coming back for everybody. No, he's not coming back for everybody. He clearly cut it right there and said he's only coming back for the house of Israel. So we need to quit trying to attach everybody into Israel. We need to quit trying to attach the heathens to the Most High special and chosen people. Because if you have a chosen something, if you have a special something, that's not saying everything is chosen. It's not saying everything is special. Because if it was everything, then it wouldn't be special. It'll just be everything. So I'm letting you know, Israel, right now, if you would, please, come back to these laws, statutes, commandments. Come back to the Most High. Put away this folly in the world. And go ahead and come back to your Maker. Come back to the Most High. Do these laws, statutes, commandments. Set yourself apart. So he said he was holy. We were holy. Because right now, me and my brother right now, see, we are called, just like we all are, to do this work. And see, we are watchmen. We coming out here because we love y'all, Israel. We're trying to let y'all know, just like the Most High quickened us and let us know to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because you will be destroyed if you don't come back to these laws, statutes, commandments. Bro, you got that? Hey, bring it out, King. 33.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 2.
Read.
Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet to warn the people.
See, right now we blowing the trumpet to warn our people that we need to come out of Babylon and come back to the Most High God. Because if we don't do our job, then we would be held responsible for seeing y'all by the wayside. So we right now blowing the trumpet, which is us right now, sparing our voice loud, letting y'all know to come back to the Most High. Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because we hate to see y'all be destroyed with the sword from the Most High. Read, King.
Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword comes and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
See, so right now, we letting you know that you're Israel, to come out of this sinful nation and to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. See, because right now, we're letting y'all know who y'all are, so y'all can come out of there, because then you're going to be held accountable for not doing the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High is letting us let y'all know that you need to come back to. So come out of this sinful nation, come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, and do the will of the Most High, so we can all go home, Israel. You got a precept, King? Yeah, because right now, what has this nation done for you? All this nation have done to you is bring you a lot of heartaches, a lot of pain, a lot of tears, killed brothers, killed family members. What they did to Tiana Taylor. You know, what they do to Rodney King back in the days. What they do to all these different news reports coming out to our people. Nothing. All we did is get judgment after judgment because we didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead and bring it out, King.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Unto everybody.
Unto the house of Israel.
Unto every nation.
Unto the house of Israel.
Read.
Therefore, hear the words of my mouth and give them warning from me.
See, so right now we're giving you warning for the Most High. That, hey, get out of this sinful nation, come back to these laws, statutes, commandments that the Most High have commanded us to do, and get away from this oppression. Because right now, even though you don't think so, because you can go get a job, you can go get a car, we're still in captivity. It may not look like a physical chain, ball, in slavery, whip, but we still have a mental chain, ball, and whip. There's still a slave master because that's these jobs. There's nobody that we know own these companies. There's nobody that we know issuing and writing these checks. So he's letting you know to come back to our Most High power, to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments that he's commanded us to do. Get back to your royal garments. Get back to the way you're supposed to be doing things, so the Most High will not have to come and judge this place with his sword. Go ahead and read, King.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
No, they should live.
Thou shalt surely die.
Read.
And thou givest him not warning, nor speaker to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
No, he'll live.
Shall die in his iniquity.
See, so you need to get out of this sin. That iniquity is sin. That's the transgression of the law. Y'all need to get out of this sin, come back to your Most High power, do the will that the Most High has given you, because he's given you everything. He's given you every breath that you breathe. He ordained it. Oh, you waking up this morning? Oh, you thought it was that alarm clock? No, he ordained it. Oh, the clothes you got, the house you live in. Guess what? The Most High ordained it. So you need to go ahead and give him a reverence him and give him the thanks that he's given you. Come back to his law, statutes, and commandment, and do the will of the Most High. Read, King.
But his blood will I require at thy hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness.
Oh yeah, go ahead and smoking and drinking as much as you want.
And he turn not from his wickedness.
Overindulging in liquor and whoring our women out to all these other people.
And he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way. He shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
See, so he letting us know that, hey, we letting y'all understand that y'all need to turn from the ways of this world, come back to these laws, statutes, commandments, because we delivered our soul. We did what the Most High told us to do. We let our brothers show them brotherly love by telling them that they need to come back to the Bible, by letting them know that their heritage is Israel, by letting them know that the law, statute, commandment was only given to the nation of Israel. See, we did what we were supposed to do. We warned y'all. We blown our trumpet, our horn. We're trying to let y'all know that Friday is the Sabbath day. There's no buying or selling when the sun goes down tonight. From sundown Friday until sundown Saturday, there's no buying or selling. There's no housework. But yet, we don't want to listen to the laws. We want to do what we want to do. And then the Most High said that the sword is going to come down for your iniquities. Let's wake up, Israel. Let's quit doing what we want to do and come back to what the Most High wants us to do. You got a precept, King? All right, go ahead, bring it out.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
This known also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of themselves.
Oh no, they're going to love the Most High.
For men shall be lovers of themselves.
Oh no, they're going to love the law and they're going to follow.
For men shall be lovers of themselves.
Read.
Covetousness, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
Despisers of those that are good. So when you go to the Bible and it says, oh good master, what should I do to obtain the kingdom of the Most High? And he said, why thou callest me good? For there's only one good, and that is the Father, YAHAWAH. So he's the only one that's good. So when he's talking about, haters of things that are good, We're bringing out what's good. Because this is the word of the Most High. This is not the words of the two men that you see behind this mic. This is not the words of the two men standing behind these poster boards. This is the two men that are bringing out the word, thus saith the Most High. So that's what's good. So when we bring this word out and people walk by and they tend to not want to hear it, they walk by with the understanding and the inclination of, they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, so you're not telling us we don't know what we're talking about because we don't speak for ourselves. You're telling the Most High that he don't know what he's talking about. And that comes with the price of the sword. So we're trying to let all y'all know, come back to the Most High. Come back to the word. Come back to these laws, statutes, commandments that he's commanded us to do this day for generations upon generations. Not, when YAHAWAH came and he gave us grace, we came, died, and was rose with the Father. No! We got to do this until the end of time.
That's right.
So we need to go ahead and come back to these laws, statutes, commandments, do what's right, thus saith the Most High, and go ahead and get out of this iniquity. You got any more precepts, King?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that might have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
No, you only got to keep the 10 commandments that they show us in church.
Keep the commandments.
Oh, no, we only got to keep them 2 because they said, the 2 great commandments.
Keep the commandments.
And see, and if you don't even understand and you ain't read and you ain't versed in this book, that was Jesus, the world only knows Jesus, which is YAHAWAH. That's him talking. So if he said there's only one good, and he was sent from his Father, then that's letting you know that there's only one that's good, which is the Father. And if the Father inspired men to come down and write this book in his honor of his words, then he letting you know that we need to also keep this word. If his Son kept the word, and the prophets kept his word, then that's letting you know that we need to keep the word. Because, he could have came back, and he could have came and sent his Son for anybody. The Most High could have came, the Most High could have sent his Son for anybody. But he chose to choose us as his special people.
That's right.
And he chose to send his Son for us.
That's right.
Because in the Old Covenant, or the Old Testament, so-called Old Testament, he was done with us. But his Son said, I'll come down and I'll amend the bridge that was there, and bridge that gap and bring grace so that they would have a chance at the tree of life. The Son did that. All praises to the Most High though.
That's right.
He gave all reverence to the Most High.
That's right.
So we need to go ahead, come back to this book, come back to the way the Most High has given what he's given us, and come out of this sinful nation. Got another precept, King? Go ahead and bring it out.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
The ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel,
But who?
but Israel,
But who?
but Israel does not know.
See, these are 2 very, very, very low IQ'd animals that the Most High is letting you know that the ox knoweth his owner and the ass knoweth his crib. But Israel, we don't even know it. We don't even know who the hell we are. Because why? We want to be like everybody else. We want to be like Moabite, Ammonite, Ishmael. We want to be like all these other nations, Edomites. We want to be like everybody else, but who the Most High brought us to be. And we are the special one. Go ahead and finish that, King.
My people do not consider.
We don't even consider that we the greatest thing in the earth. We don't even know that the Most High done brought us out to be the greatest thing that we could have ever asked for. But yet we overlook it. We act like we don't know, or we don't want to know. We walk past the King, and we don't even acknowledge the King, and we just do whatever we want to do. And we just want to go ahead and let our people know to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. See this king right here? He came to support us. You know, just like we all should be doing. We should all show each other that brotherly love. Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, because you don't know what brotherly love is if you don't love the Most High.
That's right.
And it's only one way to love the Most High, and that's to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
You got a precept, King? All right, go ahead and bring it out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions.
No, show everybody.
And show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
See, now, if you look back in the Bible, it tells you that Jacob was turned into Israel. So the house of Israel, their transgressions. So when y'all sitting here, women wearing pants, when the Most High said that we got to wear dresses, wear modestly, because when we wear pants, you're showing off all your figure, which may bring men into lust, which is a transgression of the law, because some men may be married. Now they got this thought of, man, what they want to do, and then they're doing all types of transgression of the law, which is on their wife with another man's woman.
That's right.
So we need to go ahead and get back to these laws, statutes, commandments, turn away from our filthy ways, and do what the way of the Most High is. You know, because all we got to do is come back to this book. You know, don't listen to the man that gives you two scriptures and his opinion. No, go straight to what the Most High told you to do.
That's right.
You got a precept, King? Go ahead and bring it out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel.
No, he gonna choose everybody.
And will yet choose Israel.
No, he gonna choose Moabite.
And will yet choose Israel.
Read.
And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
See, he's saying they will cleave to the house of Israel, because we're going to take them and we're going to enslave them. You know, beyond popular belief, everybody think, oh, that the Most High love everybody and all. Everybody's just going to be able to go. He's going to come back and save everybody. No, they're going to cleave unto the house of Israel. We're going to take them, and their captives will be captive. So even though beyond shadow of a doubt, the Most High said that they're going to all be slaves of us. You know, because we were slaves of them at one point. But when the Most High comes back, he's going to judge and he's going to rule, and they're going to have to serve us. So come back to your laws, statutes, and commandments, Israel. Let's do what thus saith the Most High. Let's keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because beyond popular belief, they're not that hard. It's just like anything. You just got to get back into your heritage. You got a precept, King? All right, go ahead, King. Finish that.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were.
Wait a minute. We're going to take them captives, who captives they heard? I don't think they heard that. Read that little part over again.
In the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
See, so he let you know that the captives who we were, we're going to take our oppressors and rule over them. So they will be oppressed, because they oppress the Most High's children, and he's very upset about that. And he's an honest and fair judge. So when that time comes and the Most High brings us back into the place where we're supposed to be, ruling over this oppressed land, the Most High is going to have us oppress those that oppressed us. These ain't our words. We didn't write this. Brother Arion didn't come and say, oh, we're going to put them into this. Brother Yasap didn't say, oh, we're going to go and do this. No, the Most High said the captives were going to be oppressed. We're going to captive the captives who were oppressors. We're going to oppress the oppressors. So, don't get mad at us. We're just bringing out the thus saith the Most High. You got another precept, King? Go ahead and bring it out.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Who people?
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children.
See, so we got to come back to the law. No matter where you go into this book, Genesis, the Apocrypha, Revelations, it doesn't matter. They all say the same thing. Come back to the laws, come back to the statutes, come back to the commandments. I mean, there's no way around it. You can try to do the matrix all you want, but you're going to get shot. The law, statutes, commandments is going to be that. You got to come back to it. There's just no way of dodging it. So just come back, Israel. He said his people died for a lack of knowledge. Come on. Come back to this book, because it is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This carnal knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is nothing in the sight of the Most High. You can have 20 degrees on the wall and thinking, oh, I'm something, I'm big stuff. I can break down this worldly word. It doesn't matter to the Most High. He can give a damn less about this carnal knowledge. If you ain't got the wisdom on the Most High, it's going to fade. It's going to be all for naught. You got a precept, King? All right, bring it on, King.
The book of Colossians, chapter 1 and verse 28.
Read.
Whom we preach, warning every man and teaching every man in all wisdom, that we may present every man perfect in YAHAWAH HaMashiach.
See, so he's saying the only way you can be perfect is by coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because only through the Father can you be perfect. I can't make myself perfect. People say, oh, I don't do no good. Well, we just already explained to you what good is. So hell no, you ain't do no good. There's only one that's good. All you can do is keep trying your hardest to do the best you can with these 613 laws, statutes, and commandments, and then ask for the Most High to give you grace. So if you don't come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and get this grace that he's giving you, then that's it. So we're going to give you a couple more precepts. We're going to get out of here before this rain hit. But just know that you're Israel from the 12 tribes of Jacob's sons, and know that you need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead and bring it out, King.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 149, starting with verse 4.
Bring it out.
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathens.
Whoa. That can't be the Most High. He said take a two-edged sword and do what?
To execute vengeance upon the heathens and punishment upon the people.